All right, Warriors, welcome back. I want to share something. Have y'all ever seen a narcissist preemptively preparing for the excuse? I mean, they're guilty. They know it. In fact, they know it's going to happen. They're going to be exposed. And you catch them talking to themselves in front of the mirror, practicing and rehearsing how they're going to manipulate and convince others there's justification behind all of the wicked shit that they've been doing. That they're benevolent. They were naive and they are victims too. That they were torn between two choices that both would end in demise. These are tricks narcissists use on others, but they also use this to alienate themselves from accountability. Warriors, narcissists are wired not to agree with anything that anyone has to say. The only time a narcissist becomes agreeable is when they notice something you have they need. This is when the mirror effect starts to take place, when they start to become more like you. In fact, if you're one that gives advice, consults, narcissists will make it a point to bring up how they help somebody out of the clear blue, just so they can sound like they do what you do. But you never announce what you do. They just happen to witness it once in a while, and it blows their damn mind. But they want to impress you in the same way, as if they're your twin. Let's take 5 seconds so that you can understand how the devil attracts us differently. Whether you're a man or a woman, the devil's way in approaching you and temptatious is way different. And look, ultimately the end game is if narcissists can't get what they want from you, they need you to end yourself by your own hand, because they know through various failed attempts that they know you're protected. And what pisses the narcissist off more than anything is they sabotage their own blessing. And now they get to see you ascend without them. Let's take 5 seconds, Warriors. Let's do the breathing exercise. We're going to breathe in deep, we're going to hold it, and then release together. And it's not really like hold it, like if you pinched a fart, you're holding it too hard. It's a relaxing motion, one that distracts you so that you can move from being reactive, explosive to logical. When you're able to do this, you respond totally opposite of what the narcissist expects. And when that happens, I need you to be eyes wide open, because you're going to see microaggressions. Narcissists can't hold it. They get twisted. If they're trying to hold it, usually that upper lip will start sweating for no reason. And I need you to pay attention to the details. It's where you can find the devil. 5 seconds, come on, let's do this. Release slowly. All right, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Look, narcissists are fantastic at not only manipulating and coming into your life. Tragically, when they show themselves, usually you're too far in or engaged, and now you're going into damage control. The bottom line is this: 99% of these drug addicts will introduce the new supply to their new addiction and then leave you hanging. This is how they're able to manipulate and get you to destroy your own life, because they introduce you to a new cope, one they're hoping you'll abuse and eventually run into ODing, because they know full well what's out on the damn street. This isn't the 80s or the 90s. Fentanyl, has changed the game. And warriors, narcissists could give two shits about your life. They'll move on to the next. In fact, I need you to get this in your head. The reason why it's so important for you to not care so much about what people think about you is this. We pass on. Within 3 days, your employer's looking for your replacement. Within 2 months, everyone that showed up to your funeral has already forgotten about you. All these people that you were so concerned with have forgotten about you. This is why it's so important for you to understand you need to be living for you. And I'm not meaning like in despair or becoming a hermit, a recluse. I'm saying live your life to its fullest. Don't allow others to engage in your life and disrupt your purpose, your hobbies. See, you're building badass memories that narcissists envy because they have to hide their past. You don't. And because you speak of it so freely, this is how they're able to tell who's solid, who's empathetic, who's living in a Christian-like manner, or has a higher moral authority. And they hold themselves accountable. This is why you stand out. Of course, you're different. You're not of this world. You're not even a part of it. You're in it, and you can't avoid, you're not ever going to be able to avoid narcissists, sociopaths, or psychopaths. You can't run from them. But what you can do is stand your dang ground and not get involved in any of the setups. Look, many of these setups, you ever had a narcissist call you a narcissist or call you broke? Oh, yeah. It's these reckless gold diggers that call other people gold diggers. Or a narcissist calls you a narcissist. And the reason they do this is because you're not giving them the handout they feel they're entitled to. So they're going to try and shame you, guilt you, or insult you into giving it to them, or say crap like, well, prove it. Look, it's time for empaths to start exercising financial celibacy. Doesn't mean you broke. Doesn't mean you don't have assets. It doesn't mean you lack success. It means I have the resources, just not for you. I'm shy like that. I make it very, very clear. Warriors, check this out. In their disparity, narcissists are going to be attacking you covertly, because it's the only thing a coward can do. And they will try and recruit enablers, followers, wannabes. These are low-grade, low IQ narcissists that will participate in trying to destroy your reputation. By allowing the smear campaign to upset you empowers the narcissist. By you ignoring it renders the narcissist irrelevant. Look, the devil attacks us in different ways. I told you. The bottom line is, though, the fundamental foundation is lack of emotional control and lack of self-control. The attack is the same, through lust. The devil sends his minions to attack in different ways. I told you how narcissists usually introduce the supply into a new addiction. Many of you, even in the Christian environment, are being subtly introduced to the same kind of lust. No one's talking about it. Harlequin. This is the women's trap into becoming the helpless romantic. And little by little, you're introduced to smut. This is the female version of Playboy and Hustler. And little by little, it starts to creep in. And eventually, now, it goes from a thought to you wanting to manifest it. You can lie to yourselves. You can play pretend. But there's a reason why this is $1 billion market. There's a reason why that 80% of the customers buying into this, 80% are between the ages of 15 and 30. And 90% are female. These books, mostly written by men. The hustle is real. And eventually you become community property, kidding yourself that this could be the one. The soul flame, twin fire, whatever the hell they call it, soulmate. Yeah. And if you go through these books, none have pictures. Why? Because with words, it has more power and it allows your imagination to fill it in with previous demonic experiences. And you gaslight yourself into thinking this next one is the one. Warrior, stop playing these lies in your mind. Realize the real lies with your real lives. Warriors, it's not a game. Just because narcissists were there clapping for you, cheering you on, doesn't mean that they're entitled to your meat, your money, your energy, your attention, and time. Energy being blowing air up their ass so that they can be provided the lift to go to the next monkey jump. Warriors, listen here. There comes a time where we can talk about it all day long and we can all be so agreeable. But what you got to do is you got to apply an audit, a self-audit. Only you know your report card. And remember something. Peopling for people who are going to be forgetting about you after you're gone, and slaving to peopling when you should be living your life for the Most High. Stop what you're doing and look at me. Because that's where you're going. Can I get a what, love? Listen to these red flags. Let's pay attention and keep ourselves alert to the subtleties. Most likely to have successfully blackmailed someone. Most likely to become a drug mule at some point in their life. Who was the oldest when they lost their virginity? Most likely to have sex with someone because they have drugs. Damn, man. Ooh. Over the course of our lifetime, who will make the smallest contribution to society? Dang it, man. Look, if all of those are the common denominators to a person, you know it's time to make an exit. Silently and quickly. The most quickest. Kind of like a duck. looks calm as hell on the top, on the surface, but them feet is kicking it. You hear me? The duck is ducking. All right, y'all. Let's check out today's sports Mississippi. Good luck is a result of good planning. And warriors, narcissists think you're just the luckiest in the world. Key word: planning, hard work, dedication, persistence. These are all words that are alien to the narcissist, but dang, do they recognize it in others and will cling on to your left nut like a tick. And it will not see itself out until you burn it. Today's word: egg. Huevos. Huevo. Egg. Oh man, your lucky numbers: 30, 1, 46, 14, 44, and 26. Warriors, be sure and subscribe to us, and I appreciate your support. And for those of you interested, I do offer coaching, consulting. You can send the girls, your support team, an email to schedule, or you can hit the link below. It says more, and then all of a sudden this window appears. Man, there's all kinds of stuff on there that the girls have, and we have collaborations with some tag products. If you would click on that, you can take advantage of some awesome discounts. And warriors, remember this: it's one thing to acquire knowledge, it's another when you apply it. And when you apply it, it is wisdom. You see, narcissists can only whisper the words, but they're on repeat, on a loop, in their own echo chamber. Speak to them long enough to see the loop restart, and you'll know that what you are talking to at that moment is someone who just rehearsed that conversation in front of the mirror. And it's why it comes back in the loop. See, narcissists can't reinvent themselves. They use the same tricks. If you listen carefully, when they start talking to someone else, it's the same conversation they just had with you. Stop ignoring the signs. You can thank me later. We'll chalk it up for this. Today is a divine appointment. When you see what I'm speaking of in action, that's your divine slap. And when that happens, you will never ever forget it. In the meantime, winter's coming. It's going to be cold. If you find yourself short on burning wood, may I suggest you put these in the burn pile. And you're going to see different colors of flame. Yeah, that's the devil burning. You're going to see colors you've never seen before in fire. This is how possessed these word spells are. And what you're seeing in action is, stop it! Stop it! Call me! Call me now! A come to me spell being broken as you see the flames shadow box. Because in the flames of Gehenna is the ultimate destruction. To be stricken from the book of life is to become irrelevant forever. The ego death of a narcissist is the ultimate end. Mortificacious. What I need you to do is be strong enough to walk away. Don't allow what you see to bring out empathy undeserved. You see, if you're going to learn any lesson, is this: figuring out what it means to be evenly yoked and investing in your own kind. And you first have to recognize what evil incarnate is. And now that you know, you're going to make better choices. You're badasses. You're numero uno. God didn't choose a weak person to make aware. Hold your head up high. It becomes easier. What I need you to do is start learning to say no and learn to walk away. No explanations ever needed. Warriors, your meat, your money, your energy, your attention, and your time is the currency of choice. Guard it. It's never goodbye, warriors. I look forward to hearing from you. And if not, then at least speaking your war cry from the victory. You're not a damn survivor. You left survivor at the threshold. When you exited, you shed that skin of survivor. And you're armored up. Now what you're doing is learning how to use this equipment provided to you by the divine himself. Can I get a what? It's never goodbye, warriors. It's always until next time. Save your goodbyes for the dumbasses. For us, if we meet not here in the flesh, know this: I look forward to meeting you in the ranks, in the angelic ranks. Because peopling is not you anymore. You're going to live for the one you're going to meet at the end. Embrace that, and you can't lose.